Welcome back to FMTV. Like the Bilderberg Group, there is another rich man's organisation that gather together each year in Northern California in around about July. They're called the Bohemian Grove or Bohemian Club. I'm going to call this episode Masters of the Universe Go Camping. Bohemian Grove was originally a private gentlemen's club that first met in San Francisco in 1872. Each year, however, approximately 1,500 of America's most influential CEOs, government officials, financiers, presidents, industrialists, and media moguls gathered together to hear speeches, network, and share common agendas. The club has a long waiting list to join. Once accepted for membership, be prepared to drop $25,000 for the privilege. Everyone who attends the retreat is warned. Weaving spiders come not here, exemplified with this symbol, which essentially means that no matter whom you are, leave your business at the door. However, the real nod and winks come after the camp out. The most bizarre ritual of the Grove is at the very start of proceedings called the cremation of care ceremony, practiced by its members, all men of course. The ceremony starts with a bunch of blokes dressed in red hooded robes. Some carry torches, some carry a wooden box with the effigy of a human body inside. It's a wooden skeleton named Care. The procession winds through the camp to the side of a lake watched over by a massive 40-foot cement owl, known as Moloch. As invited spectators gather, they all sing a song. Shake off your sorrows with the city's dust and scatter to the winds the cares of life. Then the members put the corpse of Care on a spooky boat called the Ferry of Care. Essentially, they make a burning effigy before Moloch. The attendees then head back to camp to embark on a week of merrymaking, which includes sexual promiscuity and cross-dressing, seen here. The Bohos, as they are informally called. Richard Nixon once famously described the gatherings as the most faggy goddamn thing he could ever imagine. The club was a boys' club from the start, and it wasn't until 1986 lawsuit that rules were rewritten to allow the hiring of women as employees during the retreat. Like all school campouts, there is a lot of singing around campfires. However, copious amounts of sordid drinking from its members, with reports of profuse outdoor urination, is also a favourite pastime. There is also another activity reported known as jumping the river. That is, not so literate, but rather the notion of where to go for a little female-orientated entertainment in a nearby town. It is important to note that the above proceedings is the owl god Moloch, which has its origins in the Bible. The Canaanite deity Moloch was worshipped in Greece, Babylon, and later in Europe. A bull or an owl or some type of horned beast normally symbolizes it, and children were sacrificed to it by being burned in the belly of Moloch, as seen here. What purpose does this all serve? Having world leaders congregate and engage in an ancient Canaanite ritual of mock child sacrifice. It is a way of binding them together. Isaiah 42:14 and 17 states, I have long time holden my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now I will cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. They shall be turned back, and they shall be greatly ashamed, that trust in graven images, that say to the molten images, ye are our gods. However, apart from biblical note, the owl is described as a nocturnal bird of prey associated with wisdom, books, occult knowledge, and shamanism. Being a bird of the night, an association with the moon is also suggested. They are silent in flight, suggesting stealth mannerisms. They seem curious about things but are happy to sit and wait until the time is right to obtain their goals, catch or conquer their prey. The owl characteristics aptly describe the Bohos' intent. The demon goddess Lilith is represented throughout history as an owl. A study of Lilith reveals the dark secrets behind the owl of Bohemian Grove. Lilith appears in Aleister Crowley's De Arte Magica. She is sometimes identified with Babylon in his Thelemic writings. She is also the mythological first wife of Adam. Semitic legend describes Lilith as having a base nature and a taste for biting Adam and drinking his blood. the original vampire. She had refused to submit to Adam's authority and had a preference for being on top. And in a fit, she uttered the ineffable name of God and flew up into the air, only to be cast down by God into the desert waste where she took up residence. The only mention of Lilith by name in the standard Christian Bible is in Isaiah, where a passing reference is made about her living in the desert. Lilith is described as a winged serpent or a screeching owl, the screaming banshee, the original succubus, and the prodigy seducer of men's sexual dreams. In modern mythology, Lilith has become a symbol to many feminists of the independent woman who refuses to submit to the control of men. Sound familiar? She is more than just an uppity woman. She is the power of primal lust in female, and she represents death. This all again relates back to Satan, the god of this world, controlling these men. 2 Corinthians 4:4. The god of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers, so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. Satan controls these men through the occult, that is, hidden organizations. Jesus said in John 18:20, "In secret have I done nothing," because he had nothing to hide. Why then the secrecy from these leaders? Because it is all tools of the devil. Freemasonry is of the devil. Bohemian Grove is of the devil. Anyone who denies the satanic nature of Bohemian Grove is either stupid, dumb, or complicit. Actual witches and warlocks, not members of the Grove, gather and dance outside the gates at each meeting, praying to Satan, summoning demons to Bohemian Grove. It is a fiesta of occult activity. It's all a reminder of how important occult secrecy is. They take their privacy very seriously and go so far as to ban all recording devices and all mobile phones during the event. Well, what a bunch of sordid men doing stupid things in the bush is all that can be really said about this. Satanic? Yes. Secretive about their intentions? Absolutely. This FMTV episode concludes secret societies, well, the most notable ones, and their connection to the Illuminati per se. The next 3 episodes of FMTV will be how they communicate to you in secret, right in front of your face. Until then, remember, the truth will set you free.